Good people of Africa, good people of the world, how are you doing? This is the Africa Fisherman Foundation. Remember, the Africa Fisherman Foundation is a non-profit organization that is determined and that is focused in highlighting and enhancing the role of fishermen in the blue economy, the role of small-scale fishermen to be particular in the blue economy, because the blue economy discussions are usually held at very high levels in big hotels and big conferences, and they don't get to involve the local fishermen on the ground. And the Africa Fishermen Foundation today has traveled to the Rift Valley in Kenya. Remember, the Rift Valley in Kenya has a couple of lakes, has saltwater lakes, has freshwater lakes, and today we're in one of the two freshwater lakes in the Rift Valley in Kenya. This is the beautiful Lake Baringo. What you're looking at right now is Lake Baringo in Rift Valley in Kenya. And ahead of me, you can see two very beautiful islands. You're looking at Olkoko Island and the Pamalok Island. Remember, these are just two of the 7 islands on this Lake Baringo. We have Ruko Island, we have Rongena Island, we have Lokoris Island, we have the Devil's Island. Remember, the Devil's Island is also one of the islands on this lake. And I'm told that the Devil's Island, has all these kind of philosophies and theories about how things appear in that island at night. You hear very funny noises at night, or you see a fire that is being lit by someone you do not know on that island. But of course, these are stories from a long time ago. I'm told these days the Devil's Island has been bought by a private developer or a private investor, and they're trying to put up a resort on the island. I've gone past the island, I've seen the island. It's not a very big island, but it's a beautiful island. Remember, we have lots and lots of islands on this beautiful lake, and most of these islands are occupied by fishermen. Most of these islands, are fishing villages, like Olkoko Island. Remember the prefix OL, the all means the main, like the main, where there's a big population, where there's a big center for trading. So it's the main island on this lake. The Olkokwa Island is the main island on Lake Baringo. It's a very beautiful island, I can tell you that for sure. We have a Jesa. We have a Jesa on that Olkokwa Island. I'm told it's a place with very hot water. It's different from a hot water spring, but it's just a Jesa that doesn't shoot upwards like a hot water spring does. So we have been talking about rising lakes in the Rift Valley. What you can see ahead of me right now is a lodge, is a very beautiful restaurant and hotel that used to operate in this lake. It's now been covered by water halfway. It's no longer in operation. As you can see, the places where kids used to play. There's a playing ground there. There are places where people used to sit outside. You can see hanging lines outside, which have now been covered by water. So this is just one of the many examples. There are health centers which have been covered by water. There are offices for fisheries which have now been covered by water. There's a church that have been shown which has now been covered by water. Lots and lots of resources have been covered by the rising lakes in the Rift Valley. And this is just testimony. This is the second lake we're visiting in the Rift Valley. We were in Lake Turkana a couple of weeks ago. You could see a lot of houses, a lot of land, a lot of places that have now been covered by water. I have just been told that, from where I'm standing right now, of course, this is Kambia Samaki, this is nchi kavu, as you can see, dry land. So people used to walk from where I am up to, that far destination, that island ahead of me. People used to walk, but right now you have to use a boat because there's lots and lots of water that is now coming to fill that space. Another interesting thing that I've been told, challenges fishing fishermen in Lake Baringo. What you can see ahead of me, this grass that is lying, is called a moving island. A moving island. This big heap of grass that you can see ahead of me is what we call a moving island, and this is one of the biggest challenges facing fishermen in this lake, because this moving island comes and sweeps away your nets. When you put your nets at night, or you put on your nets and go away, this moving island is swept it's blown by the wind and comes. It also sweeps your net and goes with it. You might never find it because it moves, especially the times when the wind is very strong. So what happens? How does this moving island come about? It comes about when the water levels are very low, or in places where the water level is low. And as soon as water goes up, as soon as the water rises, it uproots the grass. It uproots the grass and it comes up. Though I'm told it has very long roots, so the roots still attached to the ground, or still go really deep. So when it's moving in the water, it sweeps away the nets. It's one of the biggest challenges facing fishermen in this lake. The other big challenge, of course, is the crocodile. We all know about the crocodiles of Lake Baringo. I've seen a couple of friendly crocodiles on this island, because they're used to being fed, the inner intestines and the other thing that is removed from the inside of the fish. they get fed. So they're used to human beings. They're very friendly. You can feed them right, right into their mouth. You can swim in that water where they're also swimming or they're living. So this is a beautiful island, and this we are here for a short time. We're here for to interact with the fishermen, to get to understand the lifestyle of the fishermen in Lake Baringo. I understand that of the lake is Nyandarua County, Laikipia County. I've been shown the Kiserian beach. I've been shown a couple of other beaches along the edges of the lake. I've been shown the entrances where the rivers draining into this lake are entering, and it's a very, very beautiful island. We look forward to doing a lot more for the fishermen in Africa. We look forward to traveling across Africa to spread the gospel of Africanism, of bringing together the fishermen, of solving the problems of the fishermen, of putting the fishermen on the table, of putting the fishermen on the discussion table for the blue economy, because we want the local fishermen to benefit from all this development and all these changes that are now coming into the blue economy. So see you next time.